May I ask, who gives blessings to this wedding? Well, Dad, give her a kiss on the cheek. Jeremy, go out there and shake her father's hand and bring Debbie to us. The rest of you please be seated. Well, you've watched this online. What do you think about being up front now, huh? It's almost surreal, isn't it, huh?
Much more 3D.
Yeah, in 3D it's much better, you know? Well, congratulations, both of you, Jeremy and Debbie. And as you've heard me say, I want to thank all these people that are here too, because there's not just your friends. I guess these are the people that introduced you, you know? So I'm glad they're here. Your mom and dad are here. This is a great place for all of them to be. And they're here for one reason only, and that's because they know you love each other. And they wanted to be here with you as you celebrate what all of us call greatest adventure between a man and a woman that there is. And it is an adventure that we call marriage. Has one meaning, and that's it: to share your lives together. That's it. You have now both been given many years of life, of health, so that you can share this gift of love that you were given individually. And you come here today with all of us to share collectively. Now, no one but the two of you know how hard you work for this. Now, you heard me say this, and you probably looked at each other, but it's true. It's not something you just run out and put together. You have to talk it over a lot with each other. And you laugh with each other, and you giggle, and you cry with each other, and you love each other. And as you've heard me say, sometimes you raise your voice at each other. But that's part of life. It's part of living, and it's part of the relationship. But when two people find each other, and that's what we're talking about here. We live in such a huge world. And when two people find each other and they fall in love with each other and they come here to get married, that is one of the great miracles of life. And that miracle is why you're here. And as I said, we call that miracle marriage. May I have the rings, please? Debbie, would you hand her your flowers? Would you turn toward each other, holding hands? These are your rings. The rings of love, loyalty, trust, friendship, respect, and now the big one, compromise. The rings that you wear on your fingers to show the world that you're united as one. They're worn on the ring finger from an ancient tradition. These rings mark a new beginning for the two of you, for they're symbols of the love and the hope that you're now giving to each other. Jeremy, taking Debbie's ring, putting it on her finger as you look at her. Repeat after me. I, Jeremy.
I, Jeremy.
Take you, Debbie.
Take you, Debbie.
To be my wife.
To be my wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day.
From this day.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
In joy and in sorrow.
In joy and in sorrow.
In good times or bad.
In good times and bad.
Forever and a day.
Forever and a day.
Debbie? Putting that on Jeremy's finger, that one. I, Debbie.
I, Debbie.
Take you, Jeremy.
Take you, Jeremy.
To be my husband.
To be my husband.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day.
From this day.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
In joy and sorrow.
In joy and sorrow.
In good times or bad.
In good times or bad.
Forever and a day.
Forever and a day.
Turn back toward me. Now, since you've watched me online a lot, the deal is, what I say next, I mean from my heart. I've been married for 34 years, and I'm very happily married, and your parents are happily married. And we'll tell you right now, although you've seen me say it online, you are holding the hand of your best friend. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We'll all tell you that. And you are standing next to the person who will tell you how much they love you over the rest of your life. And all of us in here will tell you there is nothing in this world greater than hearing the words, I love you. It's what makes us who we are. It's what makes you smile. go to work. It's what makes you want to run home and be with that person so you can hold them and look at them and say, I love you. But since you're both younger than I am, you're standing next to the person, because age doesn't matter here. And you're standing next to the person who's going to make all your dreams come true. I mean, we still have dreams, and both of you still have lots of dreams and things you want to do and places you want to go. And you're standing next to that person that'll make those come true. I don't know how they can be any greater. And then, as you've heard me say, the hands will grow older. We'll tell you that. They grow older. But when they do, I promise you they'll be doing exactly what they're doing right now. Your parents will tell you the same thing. And years from now, you'll be sitting somewhere and looking back at your lives. And I do this myself. And holding each other's hands just like that. And grinning just like you're doing. And looking at each other and going, you know, wasn't too bad a life. Then you'll hold each other and squeeze each other and kiss each other and look at each other and say, I love you. Because that's the glue that binds this whole thing together. 3 things for the two of you, and I say this, I mean it. Your faith in your families and your faith in each other. Our families are who we are. That's where we came from. That's our heritage. We never, ever give up on that. Your hope, the hope of everybody in this room, that every dream that both of you have, Jeremy and Debbie, come true. And we'll tell you, you never stop dreaming. It's what makes us who we are. And of course, the greatest of all the gifts that you're given. And that's love. And that's why you're here. That's why these people are here. That's why we're talking about your lives years from now. And that is the word love. And that is the greatest gift that we're ever given as human beings. The ability to love one another. Of course, the next for Jeremy is remembering today's July 29th for the rest of his life. And I promise you, Debbie will be right there to tell you when it's coming. I mean, notes on the door and everything.
Well, it's 1 month after her birthday, so that makes it easy.
Well, congratulations again. And this is when I say, by the authority vested in me by the state of Nevada and the county of Clark, I now pronounce you husband and wife. And Jeremy, you may kiss the bride.
Excellent.
Flowers. Would you please stand? We need to introduce them to you. For the very first time, here they are, Mr. and Mrs. Jeremy and Debbie Ross. Walk on out, kids.